Hi everyone, welcome to your class for Gig 17. It's great to be with you again. My name is Rochelle Laird Smith, and thank you so much for joining me. Today I've got a card to share with you using the One Horse Open Sleigh bundle, which is a brand new bundle from Stampin' Up. Now, if you were with me yesterday, I shared with you some masking technique and created a wintry scene in the card we did yesterday. Today, I've got a more nostalgic kind of scene. This bundle lends itself to that, and we'll be doing some coloring. So if that's up your alley, you will love this class. And if you're not a coloring person, I encourage you to watch it. And just maybe some tips I'll share with you. It might not be so daunting after all. So the Horse and Sleigh bundle, it's a stamp set and a die set, which has the dies that cut some of the images, and you get some extra dies as well. It's got some beautiful papers in this suite, and I will link to that video where I share the papers because it's beautiful papers which deserve to be shown properly and not in little bits. It's just scenic papers. So we'll get straight to our card making. And what I've done is stamped and die cut prior this beautiful sleigh and the horse. And I've just stamped it in tuxedo black. So we're just going to do some coloring. And I've got my stamping blends. Stamping blends are our alcohol markers, and they come in a range of colors. Now, in whatever colors they come in two, in a light and a dark shade. So I'm going to start off with coloring our coloring the sleigh, and I've got cherry cobbler. That's red, and so that's light, and your dark cherry cobbler and light and dark red. So you will see that it's got light and dark, and then it's got a brush tip and a bullet tip, so the wider tip there, and you can see that for easy identification. So I'll go ahead and start coloring in with the red. Now I did get some ideas. This is cased. If you know what casing is, in the card making world, it's copy and selectively edit or copy and share everything. But the coloring, I got some tips from Jess Soriano, who's one of the Stampin' Up artisan design team members. And a few weeks back, we had a demonstrator event online. It was called Creativity Now. So it was exclusive to demonstrators where we purely did crafting. And it was like 4 hours of immersive, just showing you product. We crafted along to different presentations. It was really fun. And we got shown new product, and we ordered some, had some exclusive bundles which we were able to order, and had some fun creating with that. We created 3 projects, but we got shown some additional projects from, and one of the bundles shown was this. Now this is an online exclusive, and what that means is it's not in a catalog. It's 4 times a year we get online exclusives. It's something new. So we had one 3 months ago, and it's just giving you some additional products in the course of the year. So we get a few extras. So you can view them in our online store, and it'll be under the tab online exclusives. I've just added dark real red there, and I'm bringing in some dark cherry cobbler, and I'm gonna bring that in, and I like to blend that in like that. So where I feel the shadows are, and with coloring, it's just purely kind of your take on this. Now I'll go back in with dark real red. So for a full range of what's available, check out the online exclusives in our online store. But if you do want to order, you can place those orders with me or whatever you're comfortable with. Some people like to order online and others prefer to place it through me. Whatever works. Now what happens is this, I've just gone back with the light and I just bring that all in. So with blends, just giving it time to just work its magic. I'm going to bring in light Cajun Craze and gonna add some of that here for some depth of color. And this tip was from Jay Soriano, who was showing us some coloring. He's a fabulous artist, and so much you can learn with colors. What I love about our blends is that there's not too much happening. So it's light and dark and really easy to color it. Now, if you don't want to do all this blending, you can just use it like a texter. That's the good thing. And as blend it while it's wet, and if you just add more color, it will saturate again. I'm going to add a bit more depth on that left side because that's probably going to be darker. So we've got our that part done, and we'll color the gentleman's coat with a light, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing in like I'm just going to do that all in light. And then what I do is go back in with the dark. But now some people do the darker color first and add shading and then go in with light. Now this is just my preferred method, and do what you prefer. So I know there's going to be a bit of shadow there. Probably some there. Then I'm going to blend that in. There's a little bit more of that coat there. For the ladies' coat, I have got some petal pinks. I'll go with the bullet tip because it's just a very small section. And again, I'm going with the light first, adding a bit of dark. And just here. And the right would have more shadow. And just dragging a bit of that depth of color there. And it's, now I'm going to bring a bit of a neutral because I think it needs a little bit. It's hard sometimes to tell till you color it. Bring some scrap paper just so I can test it. So I want to add a bit of shading there. So this color is ivory. Sometimes I just pick a color. I'm not really looking at the names. I just look at what I think would look good. And now this is a light. It's a SU900. And I'm gonna go with that on the. These are good for skin tones, and the more you go over it, it'll become darker. I might even do that little cushion kind of thing. Okay. And I'm going to that with ivory. Yeah, I'll just do a bit of ivory, some shading there on the base with that pillow. So there's a couple of pillows, looks like. And now going with the medium, it's SU 500. Just checking, that might be a little bit dark, but if I just add a little bit of a, just there. And we're back with the light, the SU900, and I'll go back in here. So we'll keep the same shades, SU900. So there'll be two lights here. And I'll go back with the medium. Coloring is very relaxing for me. I find it relaxing. Now, so we'll do the hat in a bit of ivory. And we'll do a bit of darker, the medium color, SU900. All right, so we've got the sleigh done. Now for the horse, I'm gonna bring in, so I've got some lights, and I might change the color of the horse to the sample just for something a little bit different. If you can see that. So this is the SU1000. So the 900 and 1000 are the two light colors, and it is quite light. And it's probably too light as I go. So I will go with, as I said, I just try things, and then you can't do it wrong. You just amend the plan. Okay, so I'm going with the 900. Yeah, and what we do, just going to give that a bit of color here. So we're going in sections. Color that in. So basically we'll just block color the whole horse. And if you want, you can just leave it at that, add a little bit of detail for the hoofs and around the nose and things. And it doesn't have to be shaded. It looks lovely as is. There's enough detail on the stamp to provide interest. That's what I love about stamping. I'm not an artist, and it makes me really look fantastic. So I've done a basic coloring there. Now for some detail. Going to bring in the medium SU500, and I'm testing that color there. And I will be adding more, but I'm going to go in with the strokes of that, what's on the horse there already. I'm going to bring that in, and where that leg is, we'll just stretch that out, the markings, extend it, and then I'm going to start blending with, I'm going to go in with ivory there. And just dragging the color out. By doing this, you're giving it the feeling of movement when you do the coloring, adding that color like that. And now you can see those dots there. Just, I'm going with, this is ivory I'm using. And I'm back with the SU500, the medium. And I'm dotting that, just following that around. Back with the ivory. And you can see some character coming to this horse as we're adding that color. I am going to add this guy. That's the light SU900. Sorry, I didn't say that. And as the colors dry with the blends, it will blend better. So as you leave it, you'll see, okay, I need to work on this. You can see those lines are not so obvious and they are blending better. I'll go back in with my SU500 medium. So when you see in the Stampin' Up store, it'll be called probably an SU500. And that's why I'm mentioning it like that. And we'll go in. Then back with my light. And because these are like natural tones or skin tones, you can fiddle with them a bit. Because fiddling is what I do with colors. And just look at them, try it on a scrap, and there's no right or wrong. Horses can be any color you like, within reason, but they could be unicorns, and then they can be any color. Just so now I would like a little bit more color here. So there, extending that a bit. As it dries, you'll see what you need to do extra. I'm going to bring in bronze because I would like a little bit of depth here at the bottom. So the bronze comes, I'm trying to think whether it's individually. Most of our colors will come in twos, like so the light and dark. I think the bronze comes on its own. I could be wrong. Oh, the bronze and ivory, sorry, come together. The color lifter comes separately. It's just dotting, just following those lines. And I'll go with ivory. Adding that up. Felt that was a little bit too pinky. So I think when you do the color the horse in, you will never have to the same. I'm going to show you. Hopefully I remember. Sometimes when I do these, I forget to show you. I say, I'll show you this, and I forget. I hope I remember. Oh, let's do a bit of the tail. So again, ivory. I'm kind of sticking with a few colors. Medium 500. And I'll go bronze just to bring a touch of a depth there. And then I think we'll just go a nice deep red, the darker one, which is this. And we'll color the, oh, that looks nice. Don't have to come up. And we're just going over this. You don't have to, but what I did was I stamped a whole lot of these horses in these images in different colors. So I did some in pecan pie, did some in pebbled park, then I did some in tuxedo black and early espresso. So I did them like, and then you die cut them, and then you when you got a second, like want some coloring, just go ahead and color them. Like then you just can do it when you've got a minute or two, feel like having a relaxation. All right, so we've got our little image. Now the next thing I've got, and I'm not going to assemble like the card. I'm just wanting to show you some tips as I see. I'm going to do Rochelle's famous ink blending with Balmy Blue and Misty Moonlight. I wanted to use, but if I cannot find, oh yes, I find Misty Moonlight. For an instant, I thought that was gone amongst the rubble on my desk. Okay, so you can use any blue. So we're going to create, there's a reason I'm going to do this, but I've got one piece of paper. If you, let me show you. So I'm going to go light in the center and dark to the corners, okay? So I'm going to go like this, or you can go light to the corners, and this is only, I'm going to get rid of that. I need to get a different blending brush for my light colors. Next order, which is probably tonight. All right, so let's do that light. And like, this is a piece I'm doing to cut my trees from. What we're preparing this piece, right? Love a little bit of ink blending. I'm going to do a fairly quick job of this to show you how it's done. And that's not quite Balmy Blue because I had used it for something else, but we're going to do, this is Misty. And let's go in from both sides so we get some nice misty moonlight there. hold your brush end, like the bristle side. It's really sturdy, the brushes. There's mini brushes as well. I actually haven't bought the mini ones yet. They came in this catalog, I think, or could have been even the last one. But I've just been using these, and they they're very sturdy, and just hold the top to give you better grip. It just gives you better control. Sometimes you automatically do these things without even realizing. I'm not pressing down on this, even though I'm holding it from there. I'm not doing that. I'm actually just guiding it. A bit more pressure there. And what I'm going to do is die cut 2 trees. So I want the base darker and the top lighter. This is a Boho Blue mini stamping cut and emboss machine. There is this is an online exclusive product, so these are available while supplies last. It is one of our in colors, new in colors, so there are some available there at the moment. If you like it and it goes with your craft room and it matches. The mini machines are handy. Anywhere in the catalog or in our online store, you see the symbol, it says mini, or in the embossing folders or dies. That means it'll fit inside. There's a little icon that says mini. And I went upside down there, didn't I? That was a bit silly. So we have a darker top, but now this is probably better, but we can fix that. It's not so noticeable. If you'll see it on this one, I will do some fixing up. So, and then you can die cut from white and do the same process, but it's a bit fiddlier because of the piece is small, right? That's why we do it before. But I will show you how to do it after, like if you do what I did just then. And make a mistake. No mistakes, guys, no mistakes. Okay, we fix it up. A bit darker there. No one knows. And I might even do that. I like it so much. I will make that darker here too. Right. Oops. Oopsies. All right, so if you're enjoying what I'm creating, make sure you follow me on YouTube. I do share regular videos there. I try to upload once a week, and share videos on there. And my weekly newsletter has a free tutorial every week, so that's something you may like. I'll put up links for you so you can subscribe as well. All right, so I'm not going to do full assembly of the card, but I will show you basically what I have, and we can work from there. I didn't die cut the mountains, but I think we can get a basic idea of what we're working with. And I picked a different, that's what our scene would look like. So I am going to take a photo and put this card up so you can see once it's done, because I don't want to take too much time. We've gone through the coloring, but this is the completed card with a different paper behind it. But look at how beautiful these papers are. It's 6x6 paper. There's 48 sheets. They are gorgeous papers. And no matter what you put behind it, the sleigh looks really pretty. And it just creates the scene. You don't really have to do much. You could have just taken the trees out and just put that sleigh on there, and works perfectly. So consider the one horse open sleigh collection. And for your Christmas cards this year, you can even, if you don't want to color so much, you can even stamp them. And I want to put up some cards which don't require coloring much. You can even just straight stamp them and create with these beautiful papers. You don't really need to do much. So I said I'd show you two more cards I made using the sleigh. They're varied, and I just want to show you what can be done with these, and in just different color combos. This one was done in like soft pink and petal pink card base, and in the browns. And the horse, once again, colored differently, just using different neutrals and things like that. It just changes the whole look, and I just love adding the different trees and things. Can change the look of that altogether. And this one was a bit of a fun fold. Well, not fancy, but I just the paper had like a mountain scene, so I just cut it along that and added some embossing paste, and then added the other half on the back, added a tree and just some paper there, and created that so it looked a bit like it was a scene. So when it's stands like that, it was had just something different to look at, and not hard at all, but just created something nice. And I just like the blues went well together. So that was just a range of cards that I created, and you can just, and they've all been stamped in the different colors, so lots that can be done with that. You can even if you don't want to color so much, you can even stamp them. And I want to put up some cards which don't require coloring much. You can even just straight stamp them and create with these beautiful papers. You don't really need to do much. But I thank you for joining me. If I can help you, please get in touch with me. Please ask me any questions. My email is rochelle@stampingflair.com. I'm here to help you. So I look forward to catching up with you at tomorrow's class. We will be creating another Christmas project because it is Christmas in July after all. And thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of the show. Bye-bye.